What's going on, everybody? This is Chris Classic, dropping a car vlog. Just left work, on the way home to spend a little time with family. That's just something this year, and point blank, I'm just not trying to take for granted anymore. Some people say they don't have any, but I'm a brother to a lot of y'all. You know, if you ever wanted to talk to me about something, if you're around the area, maybe we can hang out or whatever. Just need to spread like a lot of love. Just because I disagree with a lot of things that go on that's worldly does not mean that I don't love anybody. That does not mean I don't pray. It doesn't mean that I want the best for everybody. And I'm sure the same with other people, And even with that, life is just so precious, man. It's just, you see somebody you love, you had a chance, just say that you love them and just talk to them and stuff like that. Life is short. And we don't know when we're going to leave this earth. You know what I'm saying? We all have a purpose on this earth. But some of us, we may not know what it is yet, so I pray that you hope and find that as well. Remember, God loves you, Christ loves you, and I love you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the C3 Ultimate Wrestling YouTube channel. I've been dropping a lot of promo packages and stuff for 10, the show of our shows, which is a week from today. I am excited. The anxiety is just coming out of nowhere. So make sure you subscribe, buy a ticket, buy merchandise from teespring.com. Thank y'all for y'all support. I truly love it, and I truly appreciate it. I know this is called the Taking Home Podcast. I'm supposed to go straight to the point, but I did want to go sentimental on y'all, genuinely, and also wanted to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed, people who have shared my videos, commented, came to a show, bought merchandise from the show, come see me if I'm at a Now That's Wrestling show, True Critters Wrestling show, C3 Ultimate Wrestling show, any show. Just thank you guys for support. Going into it, this is low-key a good way going into this, as me being a fan of Randy Orton. Now, a lot of us are sad because we're listening to a lot of the news about his surgery and the pain that he's in, and he may be done wrestling. So my thing is, I do want to take time to appreciate his catalog of work, And he's also one of these guys that was hot-headed and a hard-headed person. He admitted this. I remember when I had the network. I don't know if the Peacock does things where they have the DVDs of back in the day when they used to have DVDs of people, how they got started and stuff, but he had an ego. He was young and immature. These are things that he admitted. And to see his growth because people gave him a chance is so dope to me, because some of us need another chance. Sometimes it's a one and done thing when it comes to certain things, especially like WWE and attitude and stuff like that. You see a lot of people, they get fired, they get released because of a bad attitude, and sometimes people get another chance. Alberto Del Rio, who goes by Alberto Patron now, he's a prime example of all kind of stuff that was going on with the company, and they felt they had a value in him, and they tried to bring it out. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm Team WWE with a lot of decisions that they make, but they do give people chances, and I think Randy is an epitome of a chance or another opportunity, taking your ball and going with it the right way. I think him being young and stuff like that, he matured to different characters that I like. I love the Apex Predator, top of your game. I love the Viper, a little more sadistic and things like that. And they call him the Viper more now than anything. But when he first started as the Viper, it was just like a sadistic guy. When he was rocking that bald head, y'all know what I'm talking about. When he was rocking that bald head and he was punting people and he was RKOing Stephanie McMahon, and then that little sadistic thing of when he was going against John Cena, and the way he started rubbing his head, it was just looking crazy. When he had the baldy, it was Aldi. That's all I'm just saying. But going into that, Legend Killer, a phenomenal thing that nobody was doing at the time, just going against legends and beating them up, RKOing and winning matches and stuff like that. The man developed good storytelling and things like that. And to see him just transform into a mustached vet who just be chilling sometimes, that's what I want to do. I take this business serious, but at the same time, I'm having fun. That's what Randy was doing with Matt Riddle and stuff like that. Some people likes the union of these guys as a tag team. Some people's like, what is Randy doing? What's going on? But Randy was having the time of his life. They were selling merchandise and everything like that. And then I remember he feuded with Edge when he came back. They basically had unfinished business. Now, I don't know exactly if he's coming back to wrestling. I think the game misses Randy Orton because of the back injuries and stuff like that. And these are some of the things that I say as a wrestler is like sometimes, you know, even getting surgery or even putting ice on our back or getting massaged or even working out, sometimes we won't be the same after injuries or after the surgery and stuff like that. But sometimes we do have to think about other stuff. You know, he's a married man and he has beautiful kids. So it's like, these are the things that we all have to think about. At the end of the day, you know, we fall the wrong way, that could be the end of our career. And I'm not saying this as like you need to respect us because we do this, because we choose to do this. You get what I'm saying? But we are performers, we are wrestlers, entertainers, whatever you want to call yourself and stuff like that. But we are also human. We got to think about these kind of things when we wrestle and stuff. So like when people retire and stuff, it's sad and things like that. But I definitely understand, especially coming from that same backyard. So with Randy going through like all of this stuff, and it's just like it does suck, but at the same time he's up there in age, which means that I'm slowly getting up there in age. And I talked to my homie Drew last week. He's talking about like how John Cena is old, it doesn't look the same, and he has a bald spot. And you know, and I'm sorry, John, about bringing that bald spot, because I hope I don't get a bald spot. Man, the man is old. Edge is old too, and Randy is up there too. And I'm not just making fun of them. I'm just saying that they put so much work and time into professional wrestling and stuff like that. And it is time for these young bulls that's taking over and things like that. I'm looking at locker rooms that I'm a part of. I'm almost, not there, almost one of the oldest people there, or almost one of the people who's been in the business for so long. You know, the gray hairs is coming, y'all. But going into it, it's like I said, just appreciating the things that Randy Orton has done. Even thinking about like putting over guys that people didn't think that he should put over, or let alone give a chance. Think of The Miz, right? Miz cashing in his Money in the Bank. People just don't like The Miz for a lot of reasons, and some petty, some is like, okay, like I said, you don't have to like everybody. But still, you know, he cashed in on Randy Orton. It worked. It was good and stuff like that. And this was around the time The Miz was getting hazed very badly in the locker room. So for him to hit the mountaintop and stuff like that from somebody who has pull, and you guys know what I mean when I say wrestlers like Randy Orton and Cena has pull in the locker room. That's a big thing. That's a big accomplishment, a big notion, a big passing of the torch. Some people burn the torch out, some people pass it to others, and some people still run with it. Another one, Mark Henry. Mark Henry was doing the Hall of Pain where, you know, he was just beating up people and stuff like that. He called himself the Silverback, and a lot of people were upset because he's a black man calling himself a formidable gorilla. Going into it, still, Hall of Pain was good. People, you know, Brodus Clay said it was his idea of doing the Hall of Pain, but they made him dance. I don't know. I don't care. It worked with Mark Henry. I think it would have worked better with Mark Henry. And Mark Henry was believable. He had shirts, he had gears, and Hall of Pain, and all of that stuff. And it worked. And then, what was it, a Battle Royal? Or was it a beat? He did something to win a title opportunity against Randy Orton at, I believe it was Night of Champions or Clash of Champions. One of those two. And Mark Henry developed believability. This was after Mark Henry did that promo about losing weight and wanting to be a champion and being emotional. It got me. It got me. It got a lot of people. Mark Henry is just one of these guys that, you know, it's not secret that WWE was paying this man a lot of money because he was doing bodybuilding competitions and was like a huge athlete. And they was trying to get him to quit. They put him through so much stuff with the sexual chocolate and sleeping with the lady that was actually a man, and China and Mae Young giving birth to her hand. Like, they put this man through so much stuff. And for him to be a company man, which is not always a bad thing, just shows how much of a longevity he had in the business. But going into it, you know, him winning, and then like him going to Randy and saying, I smell that. That's fear I smell. And Randy actually selling a face like, dang, I could really lose this World Heavyweight Championship to Mark Henry. Legitimacy, man. That's some stuff you can't really teach. You can try to, and people can hear you, but are they really listening? And it worked. So when Mark Henry, Randy Orton couldn't even put him in the RKO because Mark Henry put a beating on him so bad. And then he did the world's strongest slam and people's jaw dropped because people was mad because they were used to Mark Henry losing a lot, being fed to Brock Lesnar a lot. And he still was, even after this title reign. But still, going into it, Randy did good, and then they had a cage match after it, and Mark Henry won again. Stuff like that, man. A lot of people was already calling Mark Henry a loser and stuff. I wasn't, but they was calling him a loser and jobber, and getting squashed, getting beat by the smallest people and stuff like that. But that was a big thing. You get what I'm saying? And he made Mark Henry look good. Jinder Mahal, right? Some people forgot, but I did not. Jinder Mahal, Bars, is a former WWE champion. And like I said, I am not saying this to downplay Jinder's accomplishments. I'm not trying to hinder the Jinder at all. Because this dude, he's another dude like Mark Henry. He worked out. He started looking like a legit champion, a legit contender and stuff like that. He was really working out. I know that when he got released the first time by WWE, he was going through depression, he was going through a lot of stuff. Turned his life around, got this, got ripped, got signed and everything like that. They started letting him take himself seriously as the Maharaja. You know what I'm saying? Like it worked. To me, it worked. Him going all the way into the title picture. And then when he actually beat Randy Orton and looking at people shocked, I was happy. I was legit happy for Jinder Mahal because it did not seem rushed. It seemed a little weird because they was trying to go to Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. And then, this is what companies do. I said this in a video 2 days ago, but still, it was dope. I was happy. I shared it on Facebook and everything like that. And I also gave credit to Randall Keith Orton. I did. I'm telling you guys, man, these people got pulled like the way they do. And that they care about somebody, they invested in people. It just feels so dope when like a good thing happened. So yeah, Randy stopped being for himself and started being for wrestling and started being for story and stuff like that. And I do wish a lot of wrestlers, even ones who have been in the business for years, understand that sometimes the story is way more important than your win-loss record or your ego that you needed to check at the door. People don't like to hear that though. People like to hear, oh well, it's all about me. Well, this don't make sense. And I'm like, sometimes it does make sense. It's just that you don't want to look a certain way. And don't get me wrong, quality over anything. But at the same time, most of it is just an ego thing. You need to check the quality of your ego so the overall quality of the product works. We want people to come back to watch wrestling. We want people to be inspired by stories and stuff like that. Even though Mark Henry and Jinder were two bad guys, it still made a lot of sense for them to be a champion the way they was. I'd say that Mark Henry should have beat John Cena when he acted like he was going to retire, and then he attacked John Cena. That's another video. I think I'm going to do a whole video of people who should have won a championship at a certain time. I'm going to go there. Going back into it, yes, Randy has had a great career. A lot of people be like, oh, I want a long career like Hogan, or I want a long career like Cena. And that's fine, Undertaker. But shoot, having a long career like Randy is dope too. And like I said, I don't know. I hope not. I hope we do get to see Randy in the ring again. The longer you stay away, the more people's mind just think of certain things. And he hasn't said nothing. WWE hasn't confirmed nothing. They just said he was just excruciating back pain and needed to take care of himself. And that's one thing that I hope before he even laces up a boot, they just takes care of himself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take care of yourself. As at me, I gotta take care of myself. Everybody gotta take care of yourself. Sometimes it's discipline. It's a true form of discipline, taking care of yourself. A lot of us think that that's very easy. Some of us think it's real easy to take care of ourselves. Maybe easier than others, but when it comes to certain things, there's some things you just don't want to do, right? I need to work out more. I need to be buff. I am a little buff, but what halts me from being buffer is the buffet because I want to eat. Goodness gracious, I want to eat. I'm hungry now. That's just what it is. It's all about discipline and stuff. And Randy has shown discipline in the past for certain things and with certain things. I mean, the guy got viral, right? Because somebody edited Randy Orton RKOing people. And it got so viral, WWE got on it, showing him RKO random things and random people and stuff like that. Y'all remember that? Like, look it up. It was like whole compilations of like people falling, and then they showed like a still shot or a live action thing of Randy Orton like power driving. He had like, power driving, RKO'd him. They had like, he RKO'd like some MMA fighters, Conor McGregor, he RKO'd The Rock, he RKO'd the Hulk, when the Hulk jumped in the Avengers movie. Like, it was funny. Like, it was like a legit thing. Like, people literally was making videos of him RKO'ing people falling or off of stuff. So yeah, the man has made a mark in viralicity, whatever word I'm trying to say right there. Viral moments, I made it up, I know, forgive me, or whatever. But the guy has done a lot of stuff. A lot of people still like him. I think his moveset is still unique. I love his backbreaker. That backbreaker that he does is so beautiful to me. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a real dope backbreaker. That's one of those things. When he was punting people, the punt looked devastating. He punted John Cena's dad, John Cena Sr., so many times. I thought the man wasn't going to get up right. He punted a lot of stuff. Like, it was a whole bunch of things that this man did right as a professional wrestler, as a bad guy. And like I said, it's too many bad guys want to be liked by everybody. And you mess up the product because you dilute your potential. You dilute the hatred that people should have for you because you want to sell a shirt or you want followers and stuff like that. You know, you got bad guys people buy shirts for or from or whatever like that. It happens. But I just wanted to give respect and support to Randy Orton for a lot of things that he has done in WWE and what he has given back, who has put over, and some of the things he contributed. What do you guys think of Randy Orton? Is he one of your favorites? Your top 10, your top 5? Is he coming back? Do you think it's the end? I hope it's not. I think he still has a few things left to do personally, but we'll see where it goes from here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home.